notice that I don't have a bolster underneath her ankles. It doesn't really work very well. Some people have really tight ankles, and their ankles don't actually come to the mat. If they don't, I wouldn't walk on their feet. If they have that space, if you turn their legs out and toes in, if that ankle is now touching the mat, that's when it's safe to proceed. Walking on the feet is just like it sounds. I'm stepping up, and I'm using a bolster because otherwise, if I'm not having something that's at the same level, I'm going to be falling off, and I'll probably more so, I'll lose my balance, and I might injure myself a little bit more. I'm just finding the contours. I'm just rocking side to side. There are sort of 3 different levels that you can do this. This is the first and the easiest. Also make sure that their feet are fully on the mat too. If her toes are actually on this floor, that will hurt her. So this is the first one. I'm just walking here. The second one is I turn around and I'm walking on, using my heels. One, I like to come up to the top and sort of shimmy all the way down. I call that the Tina Turner. See, that's where these get their names. You won't find that on the internet. You'll search Tina Turner and you won't get a Thai move. Did you do a good job? Yes. The last one and the most intense is 1 foot at a time, and I'm using the outside edge, that blade of my foot, and I'm rocking forward and backward. So this I'm kind of popping and forward into my hip. And then up and down. I'm staying off of the heel. If you feel like you're unstable or you're falling off of it, don't go up there. Also be careful, really notice your client's breath. Maybe you can see their face when you're getting into heels or into especially the blade of the foot. Because they're face down, you can't really see if it's too intense for them.
So usually when you do it on the table, the head is on the cradle.
Mm-hmm.
When you're doing on the mat, where does a head? Just on the side?
So if she is prone, this is where a second bolster might come in place. I might take this and I'll place this here, above the breast, below the collarbones.
Got it.
So that's often where I'll place this. I might fold the blanket and I'll put a blanket here for their forehead as an option. This is often what I do with people. And then you would have another one underneath their ankles. I wouldn't put a bolster underneath their ankles if I'm doing a lot of stuff with them. If they were prone and I'm working to the upper body, that's when I would make sure that I have a bolster underneath their ankles. Walking on the feet, so a quad stretch. I just collect the feet. One thing that's really quite comfortable for people is just sort of letting their legs sort of flop around, doing circles in both directions, whether it's at a pattern and not at a pattern. This really kind of tends to comfort the hips. So this quad stretch, you can just pull both of these in. I prefer to take, just like we did for that sacral swing, foot over foot, you're taking an instep to the top of the foot, and I secure at the sacrum, and then I press the heels into the tush. Otherwise, if you're stretching this, notice her hips start lifting up, and it's decreasing the intention of that stretch. So stabilize the sacrum. And I like doing both directions too. So the other foot on top. Sanuk. This is actually one, I always think of Eskimos. I don't think it's an Eskimo word, but whatever language it is, it means fun. So